Hey guys, it's James from Vertigo Technologies here, and today I'm in Auckland to meet Nick Collier and to check out some of the cool stuff he's doing on his Vertigo CNC. Let's get into it. All right. Nick, nice to meet you, mate. How are you?
How are you?
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Wow, check out this workshop. Look at this. Oh, you're a lucky man.
Yeah.
And there's your Vertigo CNC. Beautiful.
You on the block?
Oh, look at that. Hey, it looks great in your workshop.
Yeah, it's just arrived, just got it up and running. Starting
Wow.
to play around with some few ideas.
Yep.
Done everything.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Getting there. Yeah, got my 3D printer running at the moment.
Yeah. Look at that. What are you printing at the moment?
Just designed up a Z probe holder on the Fusion. Just turned it into STL.
Yeah.
3D printed out. Prove it. If it works, we'll machine it out of aluminium or something. So I try
Brilliant.
to prove everything first on the plastic side.
Yep.
Make sure it works before
Yep.
I spend all the time trying to machine it out in
Yep.
materials.
That makes sense. Oh, awesome. And so what you're making is this little holder for that.
So the Z probe. So at the moment it just sits in here, which gets out in the way all the time, as guys
Yep.
will know. So I'm hopefully going to just put it up here when I'm not using it.
Brilliant.
Up there.
Cool. Yeah, that always makes a bit of a difference, doesn't it? Being able to have something like that, sort of somewhere reasonably close.
Yeah, well, believe it or not, I actually have run over this already by leaving it on here. Went laid across there and drove straight over the top of it. And
Yeah.
my previous MX2, and yeah, cut through all the cables.
Oh, cool. Now, what's this? This looks pretty cool.
This here, my wife's into toys. This is one of my first projects that I made. Perspex engraved 2 colours on it. And if I can grab extension lead. On here.
And so it's got a light in it, does it? So it lights up?
So 2 colours.
Oh, look at that.
Engraving.
That's very cool.
First time having a go at engraving Perspex.
Yeah. Wow. It's a great effect, doesn't it? You know?
Yeah.
And that was sort of all carved out using the Vertigo CNC?
It's all Vertigo CNC. Yeah.
Brilliant.
I was waiting for All Blacks game to start. Had a couple of hours to kill.
Yeah.
So I designed that up, built it.
Only took you a couple of hours?
A couple of hours. Yeah.
Wow.
From drawing it up to printing it out, well, machining it out.
And so what did you use to program that?
Vertigo, VCarve Pro.
VCarve Pro.
Yep, which I'm still learning big time, but
Yep.
it is really user friendly for beginners.
Awesome.
So all my woodworking is done on VCarve Pro at this stage.
Yep.
And my metal side's done on Fusion 360.
And you did that with the previous version of the Vertigo machine? Because this is the new MX Neptune, isn't it?
This is the Neptune. So it's only been here a few days.
Yeah.
And this was everything else you see here, apart from a couple of things over there, were made on the old MX2.
Right.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And so these are some of the other things you've done with like VCarve as well, or is this
is
the
all
Vetric? This is all the Vetric stuff, isn't it?
This is all Vetric stuff. This is a bumblebee or a bee that we're doing.
Yeah.
This one here, I'm starting to. It's going to be a jewelry box for my wife.
Yeah, beautiful.
I got to keep in the good books. Yeah, so these are the sides that we're just doing. So I'll do 4 of these.
Yep, beautiful.
One of the other first projects that I actually made on my MX2 was my birdhouse.
Yet to be finished?
Yet to be finished. Got the roof, which is there.
Wow.
Got all the studding to put in and then paint it. So it's going to be painted up as if it's metal. So it'll be all in aged bronze.
Wow. And how long has it taken you to do that so far?
The actual cutting out, once it was set up, didn't take very long. It was an afternoon, and everything was cut out. It's just that I've had quite a lot of work on, and haven't been able to get back to it to finish it. So
still very cool though.
Yeah,
great detail.
Yeah, lots of fun. So all
and
the holes.
that was with the MX2.
That was MX2.
The not the Neptune version.
No, the original. So all the holes will be filled with the wooden things to make it look like they're rivets.
Oh, so they'll extend out.
Yeah, they'll extend out
as well
to make it look like the old style hot rivets.
Oh,
putting
nice.
metal together.
And then you'll paint those up, and
it'll be all painted up.
Very cool.
The very first project I ever did on my MX2, I wanted to prove and see how accurate it was, and I just machined up this little box, and
so that was like a test for
that was
fit.
a test for fit. That's straight off the machine. There's no clean up.
Wow, look at that.
And it's straight in.
And what sort of fit were you looking at? So not interference fit or size for size?
No, just that nice fit. You know.
So did you have a tolerance in mind, like 0.1 undersized, 0.1 oversized, or size for size?
I set on the machine. I think it was about 0.1 undersized.
So the male part was 0.1 undersized.
So it just gave it that little bit of a feel that it's not going to fall. Like if I turn it upside down, it don't fall over. And then I wanted to convert this into a bigger one. For another box of stuff, which I'm building now, but not along those lines. I have lots of designs in my head.
Don't we all?
Lots of things that I want to do.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, isn't it?
Yeah, I collect wood. I go looking for wood. So a couple of weeks ago, house next door to where I work was getting demolished. It was 100 years old. Yeah. And all the 6x2s were heart renew, which you cannot buy anymore.
Yeah.
So already the top's made out of heart renew of the jewellery box.
Yep, and it's recycled too, which is really cool, because there's a lot of small items out there that people can get hold of and make some really cool stuff out of it.
Oh, well, if we get time, I'll show you all the bits that are in my garage that I've got together.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
cool.
And try to split it and keep the grains together.
Yep.
To keep it going. This is just straight off. This is straight off the machine. It hasn't even been cleaned up yet.
Yep.
So
beautiful.
On that one, same with that one there. The B. That's straight off the machine.
Yeah. No, that is nice. And how long did it take to machine that?
That there, I think it was about 6 hours.
Yeah.
It was about 7 hours of machining. That was roughing and then finishing. Yeah.
That's nice.
I've got a couple of prints that I want to do, or I shouldn't say prints, carves. One's about 27 hours.
27 hours.
Yeah.
So the reliability is really something.
That's one of the things I've been talking about.
With the new one.
Yeah, we've kind of been stepping up the times and lengths of the calves.
And confidence is a big thing. If you're going to run something that's 27 minutes, you really want to make sure that.
I don't want to be stood here for 27 hours watching it.
So 27 hours? No, you don't. And that's what the PlayStation and everything's for. I see.
Yep.
The entertainment area.
Entertainment. Focus there. Hobbies and everything.
Yeah. Look at that, and models, and man, you've got lots going on.
Yeah, that's the Bismarck I'm building there. I built this James Bond's car there.
Yeah.
I built.
Wow.
That's the accelerator and brakes and everything work. You press the accelerator, the engine revs up, push the brakes, the lights come on, and everything, indicators. It's all made out of metal.
Yep. You didn't like hammer the metal out yourself?
No. It's a kit. But it took 3 years to build.
Yeah. Wow.
On it, same with these kits. I don't know whether people have seen them that you can buy. That's the
oh wow, they're super entertaining, those things, aren't they?
Yeah.
And soothing to watch.
And a lot of headaches.
And you've got another one of them.
That's the universe.
That's what makes them worth it.
Yeah, that's the universe there.
Wow.
So I also do lots of 3D printing.
Yep.
So this is all, I use a pressure. So that's a famous dragon that is used. That again is straight off the printer, no cleanup, nothing.
Wow. We'll get some better shots of that in a minute so people can see, but that's pretty cool. And you have a 3D printer here running at the moment.
It's running right now.
Look at that.
It's doing our prototype for our Z Pro
Yep.
holder. So that's we're doing that out of ABS, which is not an easy material to print.
Right.
But it is stronger. Normally I would do my R&D stuff in PLA, which is just quicker and easier.
Right.
But I wanted to see if we could do one straight off on the ABS.
Yep.
And make it nice and strong.
And so your workflow, as far as how you go about doing designs or conceptual sort of designs, then in getting it from your mind to something that's going to function like the holder over here. How does that start? So you come up with an idea, you've got a problem, come up with an idea, and then what's your first protocol? Do you sketch it out on a piece of paper?
Well, I have cleaned a lot of them up, but a lot of them is just, I've got lots of sketch pads.
Yep.
I have an idea, sketch it out, dimension it, then I'll go to now Fusion 360 that I'm learning to do.
Yep.
Draw it up roughly, transfer it from there to the printer.
Yep.
Prove it on the printer that it works, because it's cheaper to do it out of the plastic,
of course,
out of the metal. And then if it works, then I'll go over to the CNC.
Yep.
And machine it out.
Cool. And what software do you use? Is it Fusion 360 at the moment for a lot of this?
This is all. I have come from a SolidWorks background.
Yeah.
But since dealing with Vertigo and they have 360, I've started to learn 360.
Yeah.
Because then we all talk the same language.
Of course.
Yeah. On it, I also use Vertigo Pro.
Yeah. Vertigo, brilliant. And so tell me a little bit more about the Vertigo machine. You purchased one of the early version MX2s.
Yes.
And I mean, from what I can see, you've made some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
And from my experience, the accuracy and repeatability of the machines is paramount, isn't it? And the MX2 was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
But I think it had a lot to do with the user's ability as well. Where with the MX2 Neptune, I think it's made it a little bit easier for people to get higher accuracy parts, isn't it? That's a lot to do with just the rigidity of the body, and I mean you can just see it when you look at it.
Well, yesterday I did this. This is one of the other sides to it, and the Neptune took an hour and a half off the carve.
An hour and a half off the carve.
Because I could speed everything up.
Yeah.
On it.
That's a huge amount. And so how long would it have taken before with the older version?
I think this one with the roughing cut. Sorry, it was this one I made yesterday. With the roughing cut, because it's two-sided, so start off that side. I think it was a couple of hours to do this side. It went down to about an hour 10 to rough it and finish it, and then this side to rough it and finishes was about an hour and a half.
So on the older version machine, it would have taken how long?
4 hours, I think it was.
And so 2.5 hours.
Yeah. So there's quite a big difference in it, and that's only wood.
Yeah.
What I really want to push this thing to do is aluminium.
Well, we've seen that. I imagine you've seen some of the videos of.
Correct.
Yeah, and I mean, aluminium's a different beast. We all know that. Wood is far more forgiving. Aluminium, not as much, but from what we've seen.
Well, it also comes down to what grade of aluminium you're machining.
Of course.
Most of the aluminium I have got running here right now is all 7000 series.
Yep. And what's the good thing about that for people that are?
It's tool grade, so it's a lot harder. So that was me just playing around trying to engrave it.
Yep.
On there.
And that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good. There's a good detail there.
And that's just using the Chipex engraver.
And so your background's like an engineering, welding background, isn't it?
I'm a specialised welder, fabricator by trade.
Yep.
During my trade, I did 4 trades. Did my fitting and welding. I did my specialised welding. I did fitting and turning. I did tool making and blacksmithing.
Yep. Blacksmithing. Cool.
So
So I mean, that gives you a really good background for making all of this kind of stuff. and obviously you understand the intricacies
Something like that.
of machining aluminium
all the
and
headaches.
metal and the headaches that are associated with that. This is the Vertigo program. This is the Vertigo software that you've got here.
Pro, yeah.
And this is the, hopefully we can see that, this is the B, which is what you've got over here.
Correct.
Which is actually really quite
It's
cool.
detailed.
It's really, I'll see if I can get some of the shots here, detail. I mean, that's in focus here. I mean, that's very nice. It's got some great 3D detail, especially on the sort of 3D resin parts here. And there was no finishing with this afterwards?
No, that's how it came off.
And that's just then.
Yeah, so that's that there.
Just there. Look at that. So for anyone that's interested in Vertigo, I mean, that's not your design. That's
No, it's not my design. So that's it as it's programmed up, ready to go to be carved out. So that's all the
sort of see the profile there on the
So
tool
hold on, I'll see if I can get this. So that's
there we go.
That's the toolpaths ready to go.
And how long did that take?
To do the toolpaths?
Well, to actually make, like the time.
Time-wise, actually, I can tell you exactly how long. This one was about 14 hours.
14 hours. Look at that, and some beautiful detail in that. And what cutter did you use for that?
So I used a 6mm single flute for the roughing.
Yep.
And I actually get my tooling from Tools Today.
Yep.
And so I get in and I use 3D tapered tooling,
cutter.
which is only it's a 1/16 ball on the end. When you program it up, 1/16 ball, you only your crossover is only 10% of that. So you're only going like about 0.1 to 0.2 every pass.
So you need a PlayStation.
Yes.
While you wait for that to happen. And a couple of beers for the success story. Once it's all done, wipe the sweat from your barrel and have a couple of beers.
I have a concept.
Not that we're advocating consumption of alcohol, but certainly celebrating successful prints and cuts and things like that.
Well, the nice thing about Vertigo Pro, you can actually you get it to this stage, and then you can just sit here and
watch it.
Preview all toolpaths, and there it is cutting it out, and it'll tell you any mistakes. So it's roughing.
Yeah.
It's roughing it out. Now it's doing the final cut.
Yeah.
And this is where you can see whether or not there's any problems or mistakes or in it. Yeah, so that's it there. So program all your tabs and everything in to hold it together.
Oh yes, tabs.
Yeah.
Everyone's best friend, isn't it? Tabs.
Yeah.
If you're not using tabs, look into tabs really, because it's a bit of a lifesaver, isn't it?
Vertigo Pro makes it really easy on tabs. Yeah. And I'm just learning those on 360 as well at the moment.
Yeah, because that's got it as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's got it.
Brilliant. There you go.
The project we'll hopefully do a cut on now is the jewellery box side. So again, there it is there.
Yep.
So it's all shadow, grayscale.
Yep.
So that's in it. So that's front side, and then flick it over to the back side. So it's two-sided.
And we're going to do a little engraving on that today.
We can start off with the front side if we want, and so we see how it does it.
Be pretty cool to see.
And that is we do the same thing here with. We can preview all of them, so it'll do all sides or just preview the toolpaths that we want it to there. So there's the roughing side of it. That's with the 6mm single flute, and now it's coming through with the 3D carve.
So you've done all your coding.
Yeah, all G codes are ready to go.
Yeah.
That's hopefully what we're going to do.
cool. That little beastie there. That's what you're gonna try and make, and you've
The Wizard.
got it all sussed. You've got it exported,
Yep.
ready for the machine to
I've just got to bring
give
it
it a
up.
stab.
Yeah, got to bring it up on CJS now, and then zero everything off and start going.
And so, what have you got? This is your Vetric programming.
This is
the
Vetric.
tips
Yep.
that you're going to use.
Yep. So I have downloaded the Chipix for it.
Yep.
So I have all their software in here. So they're saying it at 3,000 millimeters into wood. I'm just going to cut that down just a little bit because I know what the Remu's like. It's going to split and go all over the place. So I'm going to go with 2,000. Drop it down to 2,000. Apply. Plunge 800. Yep. And then I'm going to redo my calculations for my G code, and there it is there.
Wow, that looks pretty cool. And how long does it say it's more than likely going to take?
Okay, I'm just going to preview it, make sure I have got it right, and we do a play. So there it is there doing the roughing. So that's our roughing cut.
Yeah.
Close, and it's going to tell us that our roughing cut is 21 minutes.
21 minutes, and what about for the finishing? You got
The finishing one is close. I'll just run this and play that. So there's the finishing cut.
Yep.
And that's going to take about 45 minutes. But that's 45 minutes will actually can be a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Because it only times out between each point or each move that it does.
Yeah.
So if you've got flat areas, it'll if your flat area's 2 meters wide, it only calculates from that position to that position is 0 time. So some of it can get really quite long. So if you've got it intricate, it's timing out all the time.
Oh, see how we go. So we've done the first little operation, the roughing of the Wizard. Would you call it?
The Wizard. Yeah. So he's roughed out, ready for the final 3D carve.
Looks pretty good.
So last time Brett was here, we wrote a little macro for changing the tool.
Yep.
So we come in and run the macro. Now it's going to make it easy. Brings it over to the left.
Oh, there you go, and you get to change the tool.
We get to change the tool.
Very easy.
And a convenient place.
And you've got the dust shoe on, which is quite cool.
Yeah, it's good to have my dust shoe.
And it ran pretty good, didn't it?
Awesome. Yeah. Apart from us taking everything off. Film.
Yeah, that's true.
It normally would be absolutely clean. It's beautiful.
It's a good little unit. And you've got it attached up the top here.
Yeah, just temporary.
And then down into under here for the moment to cut your back.
So we're going to change over tools.
And we're going to do the finishing cut.
We're going to do the finishing cut now. And we're going to use a 3D finishing.
I'm going to try and get a better view of this one here. Where are we? There we go.
Got it.
Look at that. I think. Wait. There we go. That looks like a mean little cutter, doesn't it?
It is. It finishes the job off lovely.
And how long are we expecting it to take for this finishing?
I think it's about 40 minutes for this one.
Yep.
It'll be detailed, but not as detailed. You know what I mean?
Yep. So you could sort of take a fair amount of time to do it if you wanted, couldn't you?
Yes.
To get it really, really nice and finished. But
yeah, awesome. I've
for
just
purposes of today.
lift this up. So I'm going to find my arm key.
Cool. All right, and then finishing cut.
Finishing cut. We're away.
Brilliant. So all you're going to do now is just now you got the tool and you're going to reset the height of the tool and just keep the original zeros and...
Correct, so we'll take it back to its position. So straight after we've macroed it out to its tool changing position, all we have to do is come back and hit X0, Y0. It'll come back to our start point.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's one of the cool things about the Neptune range has got some quite good repeatability, doesn't it?
Oh, I'm starting to learn these macros and I love them.
Brilliant, and it just makes things a little bit easier.
Oh yeah, makes life really easy. Okay, so we'll come back in, set this back up onto here.
And just set that. Just like that, and then we'll be starting again.
Yeah, we'll be away.
Brilliant.
Get this thing. Oops, too far. Okay, so just come down to Z Pro, Z only. Done. Do I do that again with my hand there?
There we go, give it another stab.
Okay. That's
Done.
us. Ready to go again.
Let's get started. Alright, so we're all done here with Nick Collier up in Auckland, and we've made some pretty cool stuff today. Well, one thing in particular, this wizard, which I'm super impressed with. It really goes to show what the machine can do, the capabilities, and I've got to say thank you to Nick for having me here. He's not afraid of trying new things and occasionally failing and get back up and do it again, and I think that's really admirable. So if you're interested in a Vertigo CNC and you're up in Auckland, you might be able to come see Nick, see his workshop, but otherwise you can contact Vertigo Technologies and we can sort you out one of these machines. Thanks for watching and enjoy. See ya.